transistor radio in your lounge room. It's the entertainment that the whole family can...
Small city thinking, I get why you left. Small-minded people sure know how to drink. I came to the party, I laughed at the jokes you made. I wish that
You're all good, Sean, mate. You're all good. Just don't know what the hell my camera's doing because I'm wearing a yellow t-shirt. You wouldn't think that a yellow t-shirt would show up with a green screen, but there you go, it does for some reason. Especially a virtual green screen like what I'm using shouldn't be. But anyway, I'm blending myself into the grass. But g'day, ladies and gentlemen, you wonderful people. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, and more importantly, welcome to New Zealand as well. Here we are for World Update number 12. And on today's flight, we're going to be taking the Grand Caravan here in the Barrier Air Livery, which is one of the airlines that does actually service this part of the world. Also, a massive good day to Mr. SOUNDBOARDS at 888 over on Twitch. Hope you're doing fantastically there, mate. And of course, Mr. Dale over on YouTube. Sean says my voice needs boosting. Music is 7 out of 10, voice 2 out of 10. It's because my voice is still not great, Sean, so I'll turn down the music because I can't go any louder than what I am. Hey, what the hell was that for, Star? And let me just check to see if my mic is fully turned up as well here. Star, stop. Alright, let's yeah. Thank you very much, Star, stop. None of this, I've just started streaming. Shush. Girl. Yeah, let me know how the voice to music ratio is now here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, let me know if you can in fact hear the music as well. Oh, I'm fine, Sean. I've just lost my voice. I lost my voice a couple of days ago, and it's very much been on the improve, but we're still not quite there. So, yeah. Let me just make sure in control panel that my voice settings are all where they need to be as well. Apologies here, ladies and gentlemen, for this slight tech issue, but yeah, don't have the power behind the voice today, so need to basically utilize what I have in front of me to try and fix that, if that makes sense. That's cool. That's cranked all the way up. Just yes, very true. Very true, Sean. Many people have found that much better a quiet version of me. It's probably a weird situation. Right, so according to Streamlabs, that now seems to be registering my voice a lot better. But yeah, do let me know, ladies and gentlemen. Mate, obviously let me know as well if you can hear the music. Let me try that again. OzChev saying that was him a few weeks ago, and have I tried the caribou? I've not tried the caribou, Chev, other than taking my thumbnail. This is the first time I'm loading up in the sim since World Update 12, should I say, just because I've had my busy work week and this is my first day off, so I'll get to explore stuff like that over the next 48 hours or so, but it does look good, I must say, and it's a good price as well. It's like 20 Australian dollars, so very, very tempting to get my hands on that one. Right, as I was saying, we are in the sim today. flying the Bay of Islands and the Coromandel Peninsula, which is the very, very northern part there of New Zealand, above Auckland. We are where we are right now, which is, I think, called Waitiki. Don't quote me on the pronunciation of that. I'm not very good with some of the more Maori names of the New Zealand areas. Wow, my voice is, yeah. Honestly, when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh yeah, it's not bad, it's alright, etc. But straight away, as soon as I started having to go slightly above a normal speaking volume, very quickly realising that that in fact may not be the case. But anyway, that's all part of the fun. Let's try if I just move that a little bit closer there, and move that a little bit closer like so. I wonder if that might hopefully help it as well. Anyway, so I guess without further ado, I can see Sean. This is a very interesting airstrip. The parking area is like on the side of a hill, and then the grass airstrip's up the top there. But anyway, it's also interesting in the fact that they've got a Learjet of some sort and a fuel thingamajiggy and ground crew. I highly doubt there's going to be ground crew out of an area like this, but there you go. So I guess what I should try and do is remember how to start the Cessna Grand Caravan, which is going to be interesting because it's been a very, very, very long time since I actually flew the Cessna Grand Caravan in the sim. Right, I am looking for my electrical stuff. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Those. Okay, that seems to be working so far. It's aligning the... What's it aligning? The R's. AHRS. Okay, fair enough. How long I wonder how long that takes. Now, how do I... There, CDI... Okay, so that's how I changed my CDI. It's been a while. In fact, it's been I'm not even sure I've flown the... is this the G3000? I think this is the G3000 with the working title update or something like that. Oh, no. Cool. That's that. So, oh yeah, it's aligned now. Yeah, it's got us on a bloody slope going down. It's just sort of like, where are you? I'm parked at an airport, supposedly. But as Sean and myself were discovering over in YouTube, we're not even 100% sure if it is in fact a legitimate airport or it's just a private grass strip somewhere up here. But anyway, I'll have a bit of a... I'm pretty sure it does exist because I can see it on Google Maps, I can see it on Bing Maps, I can see it on all the mapping software. So there's something definitely here. It's just a case of whether it's a private or a public airstrip. Right. Now, the next thing that I need to do is I need to figure out how we start this damn thing. Right. Yes, everything there is where it's meant to be. Just making sure I haven't missed anything before I go and run through a startup procedure on this thing. No, everything's looking sort of exactly where, well, not exactly where it needs to be. Let's not try and claim that we actually know what we're doing here. We'll turn. Oh, it's not even going to allow us to turn on the seatbelt signs and all that sort of stuff. That's a little. I guess that's what you get for a standard Microsoft Flight Simulator aircraft. Yeah, generators, fuel, kick, pray, push button, and hold on. Well, you know, within reason, Sean. That is basically, yeah. All right. Fuel tank selectors. Make sure that we've got some fuel actually coming into... Hello? Where's my... God, what happened with my camera there? It went inverted for a second, and every movement that I did was the opposite of what it actually should have been. Yep, that's on, that's on, that's on, that's on. Fuel's on. Oh, it did work. What? That was weird. I looked up before and nothing had happened, and then all of a sudden it's just, I look up again and it's all good. Everything's running the way it should be. That's interesting. Alright, we're definitely going to need, if you are flying along here, ladies and gentlemen, you are definitely going to need some flaps to get out of here. I believe it's quite a short runway. And it's going to be also interesting to see how exactly we get, because we're going to need to get reversed up this hill very likely. I don't think we can swing it around and actually climb up. We don't have enough momentum. Where on earth did the... Okay, bye. He basically took one look at the fact that it's a Cessna Grand Caravan. He's got to push it up the hill, and he's like, "Yeah, nah, I'm out. Catch you later, folks. I quit." And Sean's just Sean's going straight up. He's the Harrier. He's got the Harrier jump jet system installed in his aircraft, obviously. Sean's now over on Twitch. Yeah, good idea, Sean. It's always a better quality display over on Twitch. I see you're getting a good look at the sky there, mate. Is it nice and blue? I think it is. Alright, so I'm definitely not getting any sort of a pushback, because the pushback guy's, well, he's just left. He's like, nah, they don't pay me enough to do this shit. I'm out. So, going back to what I said before about how we're not actually going to be able to, you know, turn around and try and drive up this thing. Turns out that that's actually our only option. We are going to turn around and we're going to drive up this thing. So, yeah. Hey, Midi37 is here. He says, well, actually, he doesn't say. He screams, "I'm awake!" Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So, Midi, I'll let you figure out what's currently wrong with this scenario. As you can see, we're parked in the parking area for this airport, which is very much on a slope. You can see Sean's stargazing. I pressed pushback. You see where my pushback guy is? He's left the premises. He's like, fuck this. I'm done. He took one look at the fact he's got to try and push a Grand Caravan up this thing, and he's like, nah. That's it. I can't be bothered. They don't pay me enough. So, I'm going to now try and... come on. Why won't you turn? Is my rudder not working? This is a weird one. Nose wheel steering supposedly, Midi, but I don't... Now that you mention it, my nose wheel doesn't actually seem to be moving when I'm moving the rudder, but how do I even swap that? Why are we moving to the right as well? We're like sliding even though we're not moving. I don't think the Sims quite knows what to do with such a slope in the parking area. I think the Sim is just having a bit of a... like what just tried to come out of my mouth, and that's basically what the Sim's doing. Oh, I didn't see that, Sean. I just saw it now on YouTube. Yeah. You'll push back. Wow, that got racist real quick. You'll push back bloke. And I've supposedly lost connection as well, even though I'm streaming on the internet. So clearly I haven't lost any sort of connection whatsoever. Oh, piss off, I've been switched to offline mode. I haven't had any issues. It's your stupid servers. Clearly I haven't had any issues. We're streaming on the internet, you stupid thing. I love the Sim. I love the Sim so much. I really do. Anyway, we'll just wait for it to do its thing, shall we? Anyone else having issues with this, or is it just me right now? It obviously just doesn't want to apply the settings. We might need to just start on the runway here, come back and start on the runway here, ladies and gentlemen, depending on what the Sim decides it wants to do at this point. Right now, it's sort of not decided it wants to do anything at all. Sean. Yeah. If you say so, Sean. If you say so, mate. Alright, my Sim appears to have had a complete meltdown. It's just stuck. Trying to apply settings. I wonder if there's an issue with the servers at the moment. I know there's been quite a few issues with the servers over the last few days, even prior to the update, but you know, that's pretty normal when it comes to world updates and Sim updates. It's now just a case of, am I going to need to restart my Sim here? There's a decent chance of that, yes. Arguing and shouting doesn't seem to help a bad throat too. Yeah, it's you know, funny that, Sean, funny. I think I might actually need to restart my Sim here, ladies and gentlemen. It is completely just stopped. Nothing is moving. Not even the round circly thing that says loading, or just completely locked up. So if you bear with me, I will just be back on the runway in a couple of minutes, depending on how long this takes to shut down and restart. There we go. Crash to desktop. Beautiful. Amazing. All right. We'll be back here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they grow slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up in the name of love. I'm not giving up yet on you. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. Everything feels so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. Maybe it's a new beginning. Maybe it's the start of where it ends. I know, I know. It comes down to all or nothing. This time it's for real, we can't pretend. You know, they're closing in. And I don't wanna miss a shot. Adrenaline. So give it everything that you got. Don't stop. In your eyes, I see a fire lighting up as we're getting away. There's no going back, and I'm loving to chase that. Where you go, I follow. We're not giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back, and I'm loving to chase. We're not giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back, and I'm loving to chase. I can hear my every heartbeat. I can feel the blood rush through my veins. You know. Somewhere in the distance, the sun's coming up. Everything is blurry, the trees flashing by my side. We're far ahead. The horizon never seems to
Runway
close.
19er departure to the south.
Sky is red. We're not out of the woods yet, you know. Don't stop. In your eyes, I see a fire lighting up as we're getting away. There's no going back, and I'm loving the chase. Where you go, I follow. We're not giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back, and I'm loving the chase.
Alrighty. Appreciate your patience here, ladies and gentlemen, as we sorted that one out. We do appear to now have it sorted. We are on the runway here. We're just reversing down the runway because it put us basically halfway down the strip. And I was like, well, I'm in a Grand Caravan. That's not really going to go very well if I'm trying to take off fully laden. Oh, Sean's just given birth to us. That seems incredibly painful, especially for an aircraft that's the size of a Cessna Grand Caravan. But obviously I would also like to say a massive g'day to Mr. Planet Neutral, who has jumped in over on Twitch. G'day, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fantastically. Fly Mavic, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're also doing really, really well. Apologies for the voice. Those who have just joined, I have lost my voice the last few days. It is very, very much on the improve. And I can obviously have a conversation, but if I do seem quiet or down low, do let me know and I'll try my best to make sure that you can all hear me. Now, I'd love to do a shout out for Planet Neutral on Twitch, shout out his channel, but I have no idea how to do that. So Planet Neutral, if you can guide me through, that would be great because, well, you know, you're one of the original Twitch followers of the channel, and you've certainly grown your group of people. So I'd like to obviously, you know, do a bit of sharing the love, if that makes sense. Wow, My voice, depending on the tone that I speak in, my voice does all sorts of weird things right now. I might try and apply for an actor's position. You know, what can you do with your voice? Well, it depends. What do you need? Right. I guess, unless anybody else wants to come in, and they can come in at any point as well, let's just, what's it called? Kick the tires, light the fires. Is that what they say? Let's do that. Let's just get this thing up in the air. Probably should spool the engine up a little bit. I don't know how long this airstrip is, but I get the feeling it's not super long, and I've got I have got a full load of fuel on board, so I think it's probably best to, you know, not take any risks here. Right, there we go, that's better. I was going to say, nothing happened. Helps if you take the brakes off. Oh, there's a decent crosswind. There we go. Oh, we got up with ease. No problem whatsoever. Planet Neutral says the built-in function is... Okay, cool. Let me give that a go. As soon as I stop having to fight this massive crop. What the? Jesus. If I knew I was going to be having a fight with my aircraft today, why are we, like... Whoa, hey, let's not be stalling, yeah? Let's not be stalling. Alright, I'm going to bring some flaps in because I think we might need to get some speed going here to have any hope of trying to counteract this wind. Let's also try and do... Whoops. Good spelling there from me. No, still can't get it right. Let's have a third attempt, Bryce. Have you used a keyboard before? Meanwhile, whilst I'm doing this, the bloody plane's just having a mind of its own. I need to be looking at my little nav map, or we've got no hope whatsoever here. Okay, so we appear to be heading in the right direction, I think. No, we're heading in the wrong direction. Never mind, don't worry about me. I'm looking at the wrong aircraft on little nav map. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't taken the opportunity to go and... What is going on here? Zoom back out. Let's get the views correct. Let's get everything correct here, shall we? That's better. Okay, so we're trying to head towards Cape Reinga Lighthouse. Now, as I was saying, the mouth is going too fast for the brain this morning. The brain's like, I know what I want to say. Let's say it. And by the time it's had that thought process, the mouth has already tried to produce the sentence 14 times. Attempt number 3. If you haven't followed Planet Neutral over on Twitch, I do recommend coming over to the Twitch stream right now, clicking on the shout out that was given out to him. Planet Neutral dropped into one of my streams on Twitch probably over 12 months ago now. Back then he was, like myself, somebody who would stream on Twitch to, you know, an audience of somewhere between 2 to 5 people. Now the man, I see his streams, he's got 25, he's got 30 people watching. It's quite amazing, and it's not really surprising. His first streams that I ever watched were incredibly interesting and informative and cool areas, and he does lots of awesome flights. So this isn't any sort of news to me, but very, very, very much worth following Planet Neutral. Let's bring the propeller out a bit. Can you please stop turning to the left? So there's our Waitiki aerodrome that we just took off from. As you can see, it's definitely an airstrip. If you look at it, can you stop turning to the left, please? Bloody hell, if you went any more left, you're going to have to be part of the Greenie Party aircraft. Mitty says Bryce has no clue what he's saying. That's very bold of you to assume that I ever had any clue what I was saying, Mitty. Very, very bold of you to assume that. Oh, the voice box sounds so bad. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what being a chef on the past does to you sometimes when you're doing busy services 2 times a day, day in, day out, day in, day out. You, yeah, start to sound like you've swallowed a few horses. So this is the what we're coming up to here, Cape Reinga Lighthouse, is the very northern tip of New Zealand. If you look at New Zealand and you follow the North Island all the way up above Auckland, this is the most northern point of the country. I swear this aircraft is programmed to turn left. Especially considering the fact that the wind is actually going directly across our left wing, so we should be pushing to the right. For some reason it's having the opposite effect. Now I'm starting to wonder if it's in fact not the sim or the weather and my joystick. It could actually be my joystick, but that's a thing for another day, I think. Just pull a little bit more power out. I want to pull power out to stop you from climbing like a space shuttle. It's been trimmed and now it's just going to nose down. What are you doing, plane? Every little adjustment I make is just either whoop or boom. There's sort of nothing. It's not allowing me to do anything in between. It's just like we're either going up or we're going down. You decide whether you want to stall, whether you want to die from stalling or whether you want to die from face firsting into the ground. Yeah, it's very windy, Sean. Don't get me wrong, it's very windy. It's just, as I said, it's the opposite to how it was making the aircraft fly, which is really weird. Imagine being on this beach, the most northern part of New Zealand. You know, they say the South Island is the picturesque part of New Zealand, and don't get me wrong, it very much is. I've been to New Zealand a few times in real life, very picturesque part of the world. But you can't discredit the North Island. Especially the North Island, as I said, the very north part. So the Bay of Islands, the Coromandel Peninsula, and over to the eastern side of the North Island, New Zealand. So Gisborne, Napier, Hastings, Tauranga. That part of the world also really good. Now, I'm going to... Well, that's an interesting viewpoint. If anyone wants to see what a PFD looks like up close, there you go. Now, we need to... So I'm going to cut some power here and we're going to come around Cape Reinga Lighthouse. Now that I seem to have some sort of control of the aircraft again anyway. I mean, let's not claim too much, shall we? But so I'm going to come out over this beach and then come out and around. Whoa, bit of turbulence. I'm glad I'm concentrating on what's going on and not trying to multitask, you know, fixing issues with Streamlabs and stuff like that, which is such a common occurrence. This Cape Reinga, I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this Cape Reinga Lighthouse is reminding me a lot actually of Cape Schanck, which is a lighthouse. It's sort of in a similar positioning here in Victoria, Australia. I mean, it's not northern, it's southern, but same general idea, on top of a cliff overlooking the water, etc, etc. Yeah, Cape Schanck, that's exactly right, Minnie, Cape Schanck. probably pull up a little bit here, otherwise we're going to be swimming with the fish and the sharks. In a moment, once we see this Cape Rayanga Lighthouse, we've got a 48 nautical mile flight down to Kaitea, which is the most northern passenger-served airport here in NZ. It's served by Air New Zealand. Link, I think it's called, Air New Zealand Link. Oh, interesting pop-ins. Oh, my scenery is doing all sorts of interesting things. There's Cape Rayanga Lighthouse. I wonder what's with all the pop-ins and texture changes and stuff like that. Whoa! Come on, we've got full power and come on, Grand Caravan, let's get this thing going. Up we go. Let's not crash and die, shall we? Wow, don't stall the wing. How are we almost stalling the wing? Struggle street and a half keeping this thing in the air right now. God, weird things going on down below with the scenery. Very weird. Anyone else having that? Textures popping in and out and changing as you get closer to them. Why are you so... like... Grand Caravan's annoying me because it randomly decides it wants to nose up and then it just, it's like, oh, we better stall the left wing because we've got no more power behind us. If you just flew like a normal plane, you wouldn't be having this issue. Alright, I'm going to try and use the power of autopilot for this next 45 nautical miles just because this thing's been such a... Oh, Jesus. Let's not just nose up, shall we? You know what? Pull some power out here. Stop trying to nose up, you prick. Jesus. You know what? We're at like 3,000 feet. I feel like that 3,500-ish is probably a good place to be. Right, flight director, autopilot, nav, and that. Right, that should do what we need it to do. At least now I'm not going to be continuously fighting the damn thing to just keep it on the straight and narrow. So it is popping in and out for you as well, Sean. So it's not just me. Okay. So clearly there's some texturing issues with the scenery. But I'm glad it's not just me then. That's good. Also, still really wondering what the hell my camera is trying to do. It just, yeah, it doesn't look right. Yeah, definitely it's going to be something to do with update 12. Although, I'm thinking here on my... What on earth is my plane trying to do? Is it really going to fly us back over where we just were? Are you kidding? It's going to take us back over Waitiki Aerodrome again. But we've just flown that part of the... Okay. What on earth is this thing doing? something has gone... I was going to say it won't let me take off the autopilot now. What is going on with this plane today? This is all obviously related to World Update 12, little bugs here and there, but it's just completely left the flight plan, even though it's on GPS nav. It's just like, nah, I'm not following the flight plan, screw you. I'm going to go where I want to go. So what we'll do is we'll manually put it back on the magenta line, and then if it decides to venture off, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, shall we? But hey, on the positive side, at least the scenery is bloody fantastic. Other than the occasional pop-ins and pop-outs and weird... yeah, exactly, Sean. Where am I going? I'm going wherever my plane decides it wants to go. As I said, it's just completely abandoned the flight plan. It's like, nah. You should see this part of New Zealand instead. I really, really like this part. It's just like, no, that's not where I've selected for us to go. MIDI, this song, if I can have enough moused up, is called Be Strong by Nightcap. So much multitasking required right now, and as a man, I don't think I can complete all of it. Yeah, in the scheme of things, Sean, that's actually a good point. If we can't get it to hold on the actual magenta line, just using the autopilot, that's exactly right. We'll use heading hold instead to play against itself. Play it against itself, rather, is probably a better way of saying it. Just basically make the computer think that it's right when it's wrong, if that makes sense. Oh, piss off, connection lost. I swear, if this crashes my sim again... Yep. So there's a serious problem right now on my end where even though we have an internet connection, for some reason my connection to the server drops, then it automatically reconnects, and then when you try to turn Bing graphics back on, it crashes to desktop. Alright, bear with me here, ladies and gentlemen. There's clearly some sort of software causing a problem.
Took some time, but we pointed out that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Bumps in the road, many obstacles. But when we fall, we get up and go, baby. The way they think is paradoxical. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Even if you lose your hope, I will be there to pick you up. Even if you can't let go, I'll untie the invisible ropes that keep you down. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
Appreciate the patience here, ladies and gentlemen. We are loading back up the sim now after removing a few bits and pieces and upgrading a few bits and pieces.
Just somebody longing for someone to hold me. It could be anybody, but you chose me somehow. Now I'm crazy, thinking about you all the time, like crazy, knowing you're here by my side. A whole lot better. A whole lot better. A whole lot better. A whole lot better. You've seen all my bad sides, yet nothing that I do seems to make you wanna run away. Oh.
Now my webcam's decided it doesn't want to work. Alright, attempt number 4, 5, whatever we're at. The next problem that I've run into, and I don't know if anybody here can give me a hand with this, is I'm trying to go direct to Kaitaia, which is, because we've already flown past Cape Rayanga Lighthouse, and for some reason it doesn't want to let me go direct to Kaitaia. It will only let me go direct to Cape Rayanga Lighthouse, even though that's where we're already going. Help? Yeah, definitely need a hand with that. And don't be surprised if we get another crash to desktop whilst we're trying to figure that out as well, because that's just what the sim likes to do to me today. Oh, hang on. No, don't do that to me. Let me... There we go. Nah, just won't let me select it. Just won't let me select it. Oh, you prick of a thing. Hang on. No. No. Oh, come on. This is getting ridiculous. Hallelujah, glory. He's done it. He's done it. That is the most up way about going about it, but he's managed to do it. It should not have been that difficult, but here we go. Alright. Let's go. Enough playing around with this bloody thing and letting it dictate how things are going to operate to me. Hooray! Oh god, the wind though on departure is something else. Oh, Sean, that's just a background. That's just a camera background. Still have no idea why I'm part of the green screen, but anyway. Alright, let's see if this thing now behaves. Okay, you should be turning left. Why are you not turning left? Come on! Oh, you are kidding. Why is the GPS on ROL even though it's set to CDI? It don't make any sense. Go left, you friggin' piece of shit. I'm not even gonna ask why we're now heading for the ground. I don't understand. Turn left, please. Left! I said left! Turn left! Sometimes you just got to make extreme movements to get things to happen the way that you want them to. Everyone on the... all the passengers on board right now are just like, what on earth is going on? Is this pilot trying to kill us? Possibly, depending on what the aircraft decides it wants to do next. As Sean said, I forgot about the fact that with the working title, you need to actually intersect the magenta line for it to pick up where it needs to go, which is cool. Whoa! But it better bloody work when I go to intersect this magenta line, otherwise, yeah. Oh my god, we might actually be getting success. Amazing. We have actually got success. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally beaten the sim. It has tried everything in its power today to beat me down and just make me go, you know, I'll deal with this at another time. But we have won. Assuming it doesn't crash the desktop again on us at some point. We have finally won. The autopilot is working. It is following where we need it to go. The scenery seems to have stopped doing stupid texture popping. Alright, now we can actually sit back, relax and enjoy what this flight has for us. What have we been streaming? We've now been streaming for 1 hour and 21 minutes, and after 1 hour and 21 minutes of streaming, we've actually managed to finally get everything to work for it. Oh, yeah, this, good. Alright, well, seeing as we've got 27 nautical miles to go to Katea, which is our first stop, what I'm going to do is make myself a hot drink to keep the voice running for the rest of this stream now, seeing as it's going to be an extra hour and 20 minutes longer than what I originally planned for it to be. There's a good chance that the voice may not make it without assistance. No, Sean, because I went direct to Katea on my GPS, I think my flight plan will be slightly different now to what yours is, if that makes sense. So I know it's another interruption where I'm not going to be around, but I really do need something to keep this voice running. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go make myself a tea. I'll be back, hopefully before we get to Katea. It's getting a little close. And yeah.
Totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold.
Alright. Have I made it back in enough time? Is the big question. Yes, I have. 13 nautical miles. Perfect. Look at how nice this part of the world is as well. Like if somebody told me that I was flying in northern New Zealand, I would just sort of be like, nah, it looks more like a, you know, Pacific Island or a Caribbean style island or something like that right now. Which I guess technically northern New Zealand kind of is. Hey, g'day Gawin, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fantastically. Bruton says I haven't flown this caravan in a while. It has a really cool 3D effect in the MFD, so you can tell what's projected. Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised, now that I've got it working the way I want it to be working, I'm surprised how good it is. Bruton, it's been a long time since I've flown it. My shirt looks like an 80s music video. Yeah, I have no idea what my camera is doing. Even though it's a yellow t-shirt, I think because of the green screen, it thinks it's part of the scenery below us. So it's doing weird stuff. So note to self, don't wear colours that are a tinge of green, because it just messes with the green screen. Alright, so I'm going to make an arrival here, or touch and go, or whatever, at Kaitea. I will first bring up little nav maps so that I can see exactly where we are, what's going on, etc. So, Kaitea, the active runway appears to be runway 12, which is the one that we're basically heading directly for. So that's actually very good. What's this here? Is that farmland? That looks like a massive farm. I didn't realise that New Zealand sort of had the land space available for big farms like that, but there you go. Oh, geez, turning the autopilot off is almost suicidal, it feels, with the way the plane reacts. We've got Paparore down to our left, and we got Waipapakauri. Waipapakauri off to our right hand side there. I have a virtual green screen going, so fighting the wind is fun. I know the airport's somewhere over here, I just don't know where. It must be, like this is as I said, this is the furthest north part of New Zealand that is serviced by a scheduled airline. So you would think that the airport is asphalt, or the runway is asphalt, should I say. God, why are we fighting so hard here against the... Got Awanui directly in front of us there. Bloody hell. It's very swirly, this wind. Very swirly. I guess there's no protection at this northern part of New Zealand. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, Sean? Jumping all over the shop to try and maintain altitude. Come on. Work with me. More power, less power. Yeah, they certainly know what to do with sheep. You know, there's a joke that goes, you know, New Zealanders invented the condom because of their, you know, knowledge with sheep, and then Australians refined it by actually taking the intestine out of the sheep. I can't even see this airport runway, but I'm just heading and hoping that it's somewhere in this general direction. Oh, I think I can see it now. Ozflight Simmer says, greetings, I come from peace. Well, you come in peace, sorry. Do you? How is she? Gawin's been playing Kerbal Space Program, so he comes in pieces. Jeez, this swirly wind is not good. We're going to go sterile cockpit for this last bit here, ladies and gentlemen, because otherwise I get the feeling we're going to not make it. Oh, look at the float. Look at the float. 10 degrees nose down, and we're going up in altitude. Whoa, that was rough. My throttle appears to have stopped working here. There we go. It's back. It's back. Don't know how we managed to... We must have just had enough speed across the ground to lift back into the air, but I was losing speed very quickly there. I must say whatever I changed or whatever I removed when I was out of the sim, which was basically a few of my freeware stuff that I'd downloaded and installed previously to this world update, it seems to have stopped the crashes to desktop that I was having at the start of the stream. So that's a good thing. Why are you not going up, you stupid thing? I was going to say, we need some altitude, otherwise we're not going to clear these mountains up in front of us. So we're coming up here on the Mangamuka Summit and Scenic Reserve, which is this sort of rainforesty stuff you can see in front of us. Got Vruden going under us in his Grand Caravan. Probably Sean, because we took off, remember, from an airport that doesn't exist, according to Navigraph and Little Navmap and all that. That's the only thing I can think of. Hopefully the next touch and go that we do, / arrival that we do, does register So we're heading down towards Kai Kohe, I think. Kai Kohe. Yeah, I think it's Kai Kohe. Again, me Maori pronunciation isn't exactly the strongest. So if there is any Kiwis watching and you just sort of want to be like, hey, it's like this, would be much appreciated. So Kaikohe is in the far north district of New Zealand, which we can sort of tell. It's got 4,000 people. It's referred to as the hub of the north. Really? Okay, there you go. I honestly thought Kaitaia or Kerikeri would be the hub of the north, but no, Kaikohe. There you go. Like a lot of places in New Zealand, it's got a natural hot springs. Yeah, Alexa, how do I pronounce this word? That's exactly right, Sean. I don't have an Alexa or a Google or anything like that, but that would actually come in quite handy for that. Just trying to figure out why I know the area of Kaikohe. I don't know if it's like related to cars or something like that. For some reason my brain's like, oh yes, it's an area of New Zealand that's known for car racing or something. I don't know why I think that. I don't think it actually is. No, it doesn't look like it is. But it is the hub of the north. And it's the parliamentary seat of the far north district of New Zealand as well. So I guess that's why it's a bit of a hub. We've got Mangamuka there over to our left. The actual town, not just the scenic reserve rainforest area like what we just flew over. Looks, honestly, this part of the world, as I said, looks a little bit like the Pacific Island. Also looks a little bit like southern parts of Australia, so Victoria, southern New South Wales, etc. I guess this is not really surprising considering that it is a very, very similar part of the world. Oh, we've got some sort of lake, river over here. What's that? That is the... Let's have a look. What is it called? It is the... It's unlabeled is what it is. It is... Oh, it's the Mangamuka River. Right? I guess that would make sense, seeing as that's where we are. Yes, they are, Sean. That is true. New Zealand is known for creating incredible racing drivers. I guess Australia is as well, but it's less of an achievement when a country of, you know, basically 26 million people creates good racing drivers. New Zealand's got less population than Melbourne. Like, the whole country of New Zealand's got less population than the city of Melbourne. So the fact that they managed to produce such high quality racing and cricket teams and rugby, like, you know, when you think about it, in terms of the most overachieving country in the world, you've got New Zealand, a country of 4.5 million people. Some of the best racing drivers in the world, some of the best cricketers in the world, if not the best cricketers in the world, people like Kane Williamson and all that. The best rugby team in the world. Their soccer team recently qualified for a World Cup. They, in the latest Commonwealth Games, they outperformed countries with like 5 times the population of theirs. I mean, overachievers is basically what New Zealand is. A bunch of overachievers, hard workers and overachievers. Mr. William Kelly is here. He says, I've been cooking soup. I come in peas. Please don't come in my peas. I just prefer salt and pepper and butter, William. William seems all mushy. Oh, if he's mushy peas, he needs to have a curry sauce and some fried fish as well, doesn't he, Sean? Fruited. Yes, very true. Very true. If I'm not mistaken, New Zealand is the second youngest country in the world. The youngest country being South Sudan. It's also one of the most expensive countries in the world as well. I believe at the moment New Zealand fuel is around $3.50 New Zealand dollars per litre. I don't know what that is maths wise. Oh, stop opening random things, PC. Sorry. Every time I'm misclicking a couple of things, not actually clicking on anything, but because it's nearby an icon, my PC's like, oh yeah, that's what he wanted to open. He definitely wanted to open the Microsoft Mail icon. I was trying to open Google Chrome, like, yeah. Anyway. Oh, bugger off, Mail. Now the Mail app's sending me all sorts of notifications. I don't care. What was I Googling? Yes, I was Googling New Zealand's fuel price. Oh, it's sort of stabilised a bit. It's now $2.61. As if you won't let me convert $2.60 New Zealand to, yes you will. There we go, that's better. So it's $1.65 US, and then so fuel in New Zealand is currently $6.30 a gallon for the US people. So expensive. Alright, let's bring this. Can you zoom out? Oh, everything I click on today is just a shit show. I need to stop trying to read the chat and fly here at the same time with this swirly wind. I'm just gonna end up planting it into the ground. Shane, I have no idea what you're talking about there, mate. Oh, come on. I didn't realise I was going to be in a bloody fight. Come on. No, I do not have rudder pedals, Shane. Sorry, not reading the chat right now. Just need to A, figure out where this airport even is, and then B, attempt to put the plane down at it. Sorry, Shane, I wish I had rudder pedals in a situation like this. Would make this a lot easier. Instead of holding on for dear life. I think this is the airstrip. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Despite the fight that was to get it down, actually, you know, that went all right. In the scheme of things, that went all right. I'll let the autopilot take over from here. I'm not continuing to try and fight this thing. Vruden followed us down in. That's game of him after watching our attempts. No, definitely was the airstrip Gawin. I know I was questioning it there on short final. I'm like, is this an airport? But no, it is. It is. Alright, so we're going to be heading up now towards Ketiketi. I really, Shane, after that experience, I'm going to get my hands on some rudder pedals, I think. That was nightmarish, trying to... in general, this flight's been a fight against the wind, and yeah, it's just sort of making me go, geez, if only I had rudder pedals and maybe a yoke. Okay, now I'm going to be spending too much money. One at a time, one thing at a time. I feel like the rudder pedals is more important than the yoke at this point. Why do I think that there's a raceway in Kaikoui? Why do I think that? Oh, I just read what you said there, Bruton. The cost of the cost of petrol over in New Zealand. Yeah, it's intense. It's really intense. Why are you not climbing again? This aircraft is against climbing. I swear. It's obviously not into extreme sports. You can see over there we've got Lake Omaper. Yeah, I don't mind paying, Shane. It's more just a case of, in my brain, I was like, I can't do a yoke and rudder pedals in one go. It's kind of a one or the other. What's more important? Well, I've got a joystick that works. Unless I need to use rudder pedals. And then it doesn't. So yeah, rudder pedals is definitely the more important, prevalent of the two. Your wife got you the honeycomb setup with no pedals? Yeah, I think I might get, depending on if it's on sale or not. Oh, really? Is that it, Shane? That's not so bad then. I was under the impression it was about 600 per piece. That's not horrible. It's not great. It's expensive, but it's not, you know, it's under $1,000, so therefore it's sort of a case of, well, okay, maybe that's potentially an option, you know. Oh, you're not just talking about honeycomb, you're just talking in general. Do I need help, Mitty? That's a loaded question. It depends, what are you offering to help with? Oh, Turtle Beach pedals release in Australia soon. Yeah, because if I'm going to buy a yoke, Shane, I'd probably buy the Turtle Beach just because it's so much more budget friendly and it comes with everything, you know, that you could want with a yoke. All the engine controls and all that sort of, you know, nifty stuff that's really, really handy. So... Alright, so we're definitely going to be making a stop and go, a full stop. Let's try that. We're definitely going to be making a full stop here at Keri Keri, because I believe it is a handcrafted airport that is included in the New World Update. And also, like, look around. It's a very, very, very nice part of the world. This is also called Bay of Islands Keri Keri Airport. So this is the gateway to the Bay of Islands. Those tourists who go exploring the Bay of Islands, they would go into Auckland, they would take a flight from Auckland to Keri Keri, and then they would take a flight from Keri Keri to the Bay of Islands. If they do a package, Shane, of the yoke and the pedals for, like, you know, 600 and something ish, I reckon that's probably what I'll get me hands on. I mean, Wes raves about the Turtle Beach yoke. He said it's great, so... Whoa. Dipping the wing in a little bit far with this swirly wind. Oh, we've overshot the turn for the runway ever so slightly. Whoops. I know what I'm doing. Alright, let's see if we can make this approach look a little bit more professional in this crazy swirly wind. Oh, I have checked out your review on it, Shane. Don't you worry. but I feel like you're also more of a professional simmer and flyer than what I am. Oh, look at the float. Look at the float. We're climbing. Nose down again, almost 10 degrees, and we're climbing. Okay, maybe this isn't a handcrafted airport. Why did I think it was a handcrafted airport? Maybe it's the next one that's handcrafted, which I think the next one might actually be Fongore. Yeah, there we go. There's my beautiful Kiwi pronunciations here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, maybe I'm being a little too harsh on myself or whatever they're saying. I mean, Mitty, I'm pretty sure I'm beyond help on the mental sanity side of things. Finding airports, well, it's a bit of potluck, you know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keri Keri here in Kiwi land. Now let's go ahead and take off with a 10-knot tailwind, because that seems like a good idea. We'll make our way over the Keri Keri mission station. And then the Waitangi Treaty Grounds. And then we're going to be starting to head out over the Bay of Islands as we make our way over to the Cape Brett Lighthouse. Hey, it's Brett Plays' lighthouse. And the Hole in the Rock. And then we head down to Whangarei, which I believe is the handcrafted airport, and then back out over more Bay of Islands. So now we're going to go island hopping. Well, not island hopping, because there's actually nowhere to land out here, but, well, put it down in the water, you know? No, I know, Shane. Here I am saying, I don't see myself as a, realistic simmer, and then I go and put together a landing like that, and I'm like, oh, actually, I might have some idea of what I'm doing. And then proceed to take off with a 10-knot tailwind. You know, it's a good mix of realism and what the fuck is he doing? My God, the voice is starting to seriously lose its ground now after almost 2 hours. Or what are we at, stream time? Just over 2 hours. There we go. The voice is really starting to sound. Mr. Sean Dale says, sorry, falling asleep big day today, so take care everyone. Hope to see you all again soon. No worries, Sean. All good, mate. I wasn't going to let the sim win this one. You have a good one, mate. Look after yourself. Same to you, Mr. Ozflight Simmer. Shane, thank you very much for jumping in. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, what am I doing there? There we go. Cool. Why is that flashing at me? Ah, right. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, Shane, same to you, mate. You look after yourself. Enjoy running your errands as much as you can. Why are we so far away from this Kerry mission station? We're meant to be flying directly over the top of it. Come on, Cessna. Hey, Mr. Mr. Big Jacko's Gaming is here. G'day, Jacko, Dave. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. That's a terrible view of the Kerry mission station. It's somewhere down there, but for some reason my camera's just not playing ball with us. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully we can get a... You know what? We might get the drone ready just in case for this Waitangi Treaty Grounds. Yes, exactly right, Jacko. Mr. I lost my voice on the pass at work this week. And it's, I think this is day 2 of me actually being able to speak out loud and be heard in normal conversation. But it's still in no way, shape or form okay. And after 2 hours of streaming, it's really starting to struggle. But I hope you're doing well, Mr. Jacko. You're more than welcome to jump in to the flight. Yeah, it was interesting, Jacko, when the voice was completely lost. I was on the pass and I was just like, right, going over, and it sounded like, literally sounded, you know, if I put my, pushed my finger up against my throat, it basically would have been an emphysema sufferer, you know. It's like, I lost my voice. But yeah, Jacko, mate, if you are free, more than welcome to jump in, fly around, enjoy yourself. We're heading out over to Brett Plays' Lighthouse. So there's the Waitangi Treaty Grounds down there. Those 3 houses and the... Looks like there's some sort of memorial down there. Very, very hard to see. Like, we're not very high up in the air. We're just over 2,000 feet up and we're struggling to see things. So, where is my controller? There. Oh, that's a good... Hey, what a view! Vruden. You absolutely nailed that, mate. Alright, let's have a look at these Waitangi Treaty Grounds up a little bit closer, shall we? Whoa! Not maybe. So, UK flag, Maori flag, New Zealand flag? I think. Hey! Mr. GC Bounds, mate, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very, very well. Wow, my voice is screwed. There we go, back with the Grand Caravan. So a whole heap of little islands out here. Almost would like to come out here off of a stream with one of the really crazy short takeoff and landing bush planes and try and land on some of the beaches here in the Bay of Islands. But GC Bounds, mate, he says, hello, I added a few pictures of my flight to Denver on a ski trip. What, in the Discord? Okay, might have to have a little bit of a look-see at that, I reckon. So we're about to fly over Muturua Island here. So as you can see, there's like little beaches all over the shop. I'd love to, take a bush plane out here and see if we can even land. But as you can see now why it's called the Bay of Islands, because it literally is a bay of very, very small islands. I believe there's about 140 of them. Hang on, let me just confirm that with the internet. The Bay of Islands is an area on the east coast of Far North District of the North Island, New Zealand. It is one of the most popular fishing, sail and tourist destinations in the country. Yep, not surprised by that at all. Yeah, it's 60 kilometers northwest of the city of Whangarei, Cape Reinga at the northern tip. Yep. How many? There's 144. 144. I was nearly there. Big Jackers Gaming can't. Today got to go into town and do some... Yep, that's exactly what I'll be doing after this stream, Dave. That is exactly what I'll be doing. Speaking of which, g'day Mr. Brett Plays. We are heading towards your lighthouse, mate. I need honey tea. That's what's in this. That's what I'm currently drinking. It's having absolutely no effect whatsoever. Alright, we're going to pull a bit of power out here because we're just absolutely mashing the engine. That's not good. Love the animated shirt, says Glenn. Yeah, I know. It's must be the tinge of yellow that it is just close enough to green for my green screen to have a complete meltdown about it. There we go, Brett's lighthouse. Okay, what on earth is my plane doing? It's meant to be going out and around that rock. It appears to have just decided that it just isn't interested in that part. As you can see though, there's the hole in the rock there at the very, very bottom there on the left. Well, that's a little bit disappointing, unless it's going to go all the way around. I was going to say, we're going to need to climb quick if it's going to try and do something like that. Or, what is it doing? I think it has in fact decided to give up on trying to... Well, that's a little annoying when you set up a flight plan to do a specific thing and it's just like, no, don't tell me what to do. Yeah, Northeast North Island, Brett. Northeast North Island is where your lighthouse is. And yeah, my green screen, yes, some shirts go nuts. Note to self, don't wear a yellow t-shirt, a bright yellow t-shirt. It's too close to green. Might have to go and make ourselves another honey tea in a moment. But how spectacular is this part of the world, the Bay of Islands? It's a part of New Zealand that I haven't travelled to in real life, but it's very much a part of New Zealand I would love to travel to in real life. Just honestly, I'd love to just do some scenic flying around the area, awesome flying around the area. As you can see, it's a part of the world that is very, very much best viewed from the air. And I'm sure I can probably find a flight in the world that goes from Kerikeri over to Whangarei via the Bay of Islands, or even out to Great Barrier Island, which is further out, another part of the Bay of Islands. So what I might do here, ladies and gentlemen, is I might go through another kettle on, make some more tea, try and keep this voice going. Back in a couple of minutes, definitely before we make it to Whangarei. I'm going to turn the music up, enjoy some vibes.
I wasn't worth that much. You told me I was special. Not enough to make you stay. I guess you couldn't settle with somebody like me. My self-esteem has reached a new all-time low. At least you accomplished something, yeah. Before you, I was doing good on my own. If only I just hadn't been so wrong. How can I have been so stupid, so naive? Wish I did, but little did I know. Why have I been wasting all my energy? Wish I did, but little did I know that you were gonna chase me, get me, leave me just to move on. That I was gonna like you, love you, need you just to end up alone. How can I have been so stupid, so naive? Wish I did, but little did I know. Can't forget goodbye to the sound that woke me up. Text at 7:45, saying we were done. If I could laugh now, I would laugh about it good, but it's gonna take time. I need to cry you out. My self-esteem has reached a new all-time low. At least you accomplished something, yeah. Before you, I was doing good on my
Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the patience and the understanding with the making sure that the voice can make it to the end of the stream that I'm trying to achieve here. As I said to those earlier on in the stream, when I woke up this morning, I thought everything was good. But it turns out that when you need to start projecting your voice, things are slightly different. Anyway, we are coming up here on Fongaré, which I believe to be the handcrafted airport that I believe the previous one was originally. Not sure exactly what the active runway is because there's a massive crosswind for 2-4 and for 0-6. We'll have to pick one, so I'm probably going to go with 0-6. Just slight headwind. Now, is Vruden still with us? Yes, of course he is. What a crazy question. The man's out here enjoying his 208 Grand Caravan just like we are. And probably quite enjoying the scenery as well. It really is quite nice. So we will have a few more New Zealand... Oh, wow. Note to self, don't touch the outside of the mug that you just put your boiling hot tea in. Turns out that it's quite hot. Anyway, learning lessons here live on stream, ladies and gentlemen. Lessons that I should probably already know something about. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, we're going to be doing some more streams here in New Zealand. We are definitely going to be visiting Hobbit, the Hobbit part of New Zealand where they filmed Lord of the Rings. We're also definitely going to be doing the glaciers and the sounds and all that down in the South Island as well. So plenty of opportunities for you guys to come out and explore New Zealand with us. But right now, oh my god, we are going so fast. Slow down, Bryce. Slow down. The aircraft's going almost as fast as my brain. Actually, that's not right. Going almost as fast as my mouth, should I say. My brain is the thing that's not so fast. How do I... Yeah, I need to go right here to come in on 0-6. So 0-6 is, I would assume, the active for those who are not using... Whoa! A 1,500-foot grass strip here at Fongaré. Here we have what I'm assuming is out of... So as you can see, Fongaré is quite a substantially larger than any of the other previous places that we have flown into. You've got proper outer suburbs, so you've got Tikipunga, you've got Patahaki, you've got Riverside, Kensington, the Wau Valley. Whoa! And the Wau Valley as well. Otangare. Good mix of... Maori-style names, and also you can definitely see the British influences as well with Regent and Kensington and that as well. I think this might actually be a Bing Maps photogrammetric city as well. Because you can see all the things like the running tracks and all that sort of stuff. Hey, there's a Kmart here in Fongaré. Whoa! This is the only issue with flying in New Zealand is because there's no real protection, especially on the North Island, because it's not really hugely mountainous like the South Island is. You just get absolutely battered from all directions by the weather. Yep, very much a live weather, live time, Brett. And it's been rough this whole journey. I mean, again, not surprising because of how thin this part of New Zealand is as well. There's, yeah, as I said, there's absolutely no protection whatsoever. Alright, here's Whangarei Airport. Reminds me a little bit of like a mini Wellington. It's out on an island sort of off the coast of the main city. Oh, a bit of a crosswind. We've got 10 knots directly across us. Oh God. Had to save that one. That is a spectacular little airport. Makes me want to go there even more in real life. How far behind is your stream, MIDI? Are you like minutes behind where we are actually at? Well, I was at Whangarei. I wasn't actually able to get it down safely, so I just decided to do a go-round instead. Well, you can see the shadow down in the water of the 208 as we go along. Geez, like this is, yeah, definitely some Pacific island. Oh, okay, Bruden. Hello. You wanna get a little closer there, mate? I love it how no matter what Bruden flies, whether it's an F-14, a helicopter, a 208, he's always just chilling right with you. So am I pronouncing it correctly, Brett, Fongore is correct. I was under the impression that a WHA in Maori is like a... not an F sound, but a... if that makes sense. So we're now heading out towards Great Barrier Island here in New Zealand. And no, that doesn't have anything to do with the Great Barrier Reef. These are different things. So Great Barrier Island is the 6th largest island in New Zealand, which I guess, you know, makes it probably not very big, considering that none of the islands in New Zealand are very big. About 1,000 people living there. It's got the White Cliffs of Great Barrier Island on Kaitoki Beach, so we'll see if we can spot those when we are out over there. In fact, there's a few... there's a couple of airports that we are... So we've got the Motu Kaikoura Island Aerodrome, which is the island that's just before Great Barrier Island. Then we're going to be flying over Okiwi Station, which is a airport that is no longer open. And then we have Great Barrier Island Airport itself. What did they say the beach was called? Kaitoki Beach. Let's see where Kaitoki Beach is. Kaitoki Beach is the beach which you fly over on arrival and departure from Great Barrier Island. So we'll be able to see that. Hopefully the White Cliffs are well depicted in the sim. Oh yeah, Fungure. Yeah. There we go. See, not too far off. I'll take that, Brett. I'll take that. Jeez, all I saw in the corner of my eye was my plane just dipping down, and we're right near mountains. Just trying to see... So, Great Barrier Island is accredited as a dark sky sanctuary by the International Dark Sky Association. Right now, this sounds like a massive conspiracy theory, but anyway, I can guarantee you it's not. It's a legit thing. This designation is given for sites in very remote locations to increase awareness of their dark sky characteristics and promote long-term conservation. So basically, I guess what they're saying is because Great Barrier Island is so remote as such, you know, being over 100 kilometres off the coast of New Zealand and being quite a small island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, at night time it's incredibly dark. It's the first island sanctuary to be classified. There are two airfields, Great Barrier Aerodrome and Okiwi Airfield. Barrier Air operates services from Auckland and North Shore to Great Barrier Aerodrome. Oh, they also fly, so Barrier Air also flies to Tauranga, and then Sun Air operates to Hamilton, Tauranga, Fungore and Witayanga. So it's quite a well-connected little island. It's got 3 airlines operating out of it. Hey, Glenn's joined us as well over in his Kodiak. We've got the Stoll passenger specialist aircraft now. Midi was 5 minutes in the past. Hey Midi, I'm coming to you from the future. mate. These couple of, or this island out here in the middle of the water reminds me a lot of Phang Nga Bay in Thailand, near Phuket. A lot of limestone formed islands and cliff faces that are uninhabited in that part of the world as well. This tea is not really doing anything as such other than making my throat feel nice and warm. Speaking of which, I need to turn a fan on because it's starting to get quite warm here in the city. So I'm just inspecting the flight plan to see exactly where we're going next and all that. So a few island hopping adventures coming up now. Times like this that I'm glad that the Caravan has got reverse thrust. Probably going to need it. You forgot how much you enjoy flying the 208 and the autopilot hasn't tried to kill you once, you're just following me. Well, that's potentially risky in itself. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying flying the 208. It's interesting actually for me to try and... Do I prefer the 208 or the Kodiak? The 208's easy because it's a standard aircraft within the sim. It's simple, few buttons, you know. If you're really feeling lazy, bit of Control E, bang, you know. The Kodiak is great because it's so in depth and realistic. Oh, what were you exploring down there, Brood? In your helicopter on the west coast of the South Island. So down near the glaciers and Milford Sound and all that, Brood. Glenn says, yeah, the Kodiak 900 is coming from Simworks Studios with a 210 knot cruise. That might be quite useful for the virtual airline, actually. Speaking of which, I know I like to plug this in every stream, but FS Hub, Landing Rate Manager, the virtual airline, fly anywhere in the world, record your flights. Once we set up the pilot rewards, you'll start receiving pilot rewards. It logs your hours, it logs your distance, it logs your landing ability, etc., etc. It's got tracking on the website so that you can see yourself and all the other people who are flying on FS Hub as well. It's like Volanta, but obviously it's for virtual airlines. So if you do like flying in your spare time and you like scenic flights, there's nothing stopping you from taking a Kodiak or a 208 or a King Air or a Baron or anything on a journey and recording some of that stuff and making virtual dollars, I guess, reward points. Honestly, I don't know what you can use the reward points for. We're not big enough yet on FS Hub to really do anything with them. But yeah. Oh, you were chasing them over the mountain in a helicopter, just like the olden days. Geez, well, actually, to be fair, Vruden, New Zealand looks a lot like that southern part of South America where you were doing a lot of chasing in helicopters. So, you know. The mountains are 10,000 feet shorter. That is true, Rudin. That is true. Yeah, some of those mountains in the Andes, up around that 18,000, 19,000 foot marker, made life very, very difficult for you in a helicopter. So we're now coming up on the Motu Kaukura Island Aerodrome. Yeah, you made it to, I know, yeah, you only, because you have to fly through those valleys and loop it around a little bit to actually make it through. And I remember in the DA40 I was stuck at like 75 knots cruise speed because we were above the maximum service ceiling of it. 21,500 feet or something. You had the doors off, you were suffocating, you would have been. At 17,000 feet. Yeah. My head chef just sent something to the group chat that says when your Xbox One X shits itself, it's time for an upgrade. So he went and bought another Xbox. Fair enough. Must be nice to have that sort of cash to just throw around. Oh, my Xbox shit itself. Oh, I'll just buy another one. What I was trying to say there with my hands is I'm just giving the voice a quick break, sipping on some tea. You can definitely see that there's been a world update in this part of the world recently. I mean, we are now out in a quite remote part of New Zealand that not too many people are probably aware of. You know, as a lot of you probably noticed, a lot of people are doing their flights down in the South Island and around Auckland and places like that. But I mean, you can see even out here in the Bay of Islands, obviously you've got myself, Glenn and Vruden, and you've got Fargoth, Cam Bam, Precious Pappy, Evil Flash, I wonder if Evil Flash and all that are actually out over, not at Great Barrier Island, but slightly further over at, where is it? Great Mercury Island, which is the island we're heading to after Great Barrier. So, in terms of, I'm not going to land at Motu Kaikura station. I'm not going to land at Okiwi station because, well, Okiwi station is supposedly closed to aircraft at the moment, other than private. But we will most definitely land at Great Barrier Island. You boys, however, are, you know, free and welcome to do whatever the hell you'd like. God, I need to come out to this part of the world in real life. How nice is this? Bet you it's expensive. Being this remote in a country that's expensive as NZ can be, bet you this is real expensive to come out to this part. Tell you where I'd love to see a map update. I'd love to see a map update in and around Thailand, Vietnam, Southeast Asia, that part of the world where there's such incredible limestone cliffs and mountainous sceneries and all that that are not fantastically depicted within the sim right now due to big map data availability in those areas. I know for a fact there's quite a few simmers as well in Singapore and Thailand, so I'm hoping that that is something that they do very, very soon, because that part of the world is just incredible. So here's the little Kaikoura Island airstrip. As you can see, Kaikoura Island just looks like a sanctuary. There's no one actually living out there. I'm assuming it's just probably used for cargo and goods services, that, and maybe people coming in to have a bit of a fish. That is a very short grass strip. Mr. Glenn Fitzpatrick has to head back to work. Oh no. That's rough, Glenn. Catch everyone next time. Glenn, mate, thank you very much for coming along on the flight. Appreciate it. Hope you did enjoy. Sorry you didn't get a little bit more time to, you know, fly around with us here on Great Barrier Island. But enjoy the rest of your day of work, mate. Look after yourself. And we will catch you hopefully soon in a stream somewhere. So this looks like this might be the little... Oh, we're going to need to climb here to get over this. I think we might just be okay. Just. Geez, that's cutting it fine. So there's the little Okiwi station strip down there. Supposedly the closed strip. Now, Great Barrier Island. The active runway for arrival here is runway 10. I don't know how accessible runway 10 is though. Let's see. It's going to be fun taking the autopilot off here. Basically I have to follow the valley down. This is a pretty incredible approach, I must say. I actually haven't flown out to this part of the world in the sim even prior to the update. Sorry, Brett, I did see that you made a comment, mate. I just can't read it right this second. I love the fact that the Caravan has reverse thrust. That made that so easy. Unfortunately, it's not a handcrafted airport though. I am a little bit surprised by that. I'll be honest with you. I am a little surprised that they didn't handcraft the airport. What we'll do here though is we'll watch Vruden come in. Oh my god. Where's me drone? What? What the hell? Okay. That was weird. Really weird. Alright, Mr. Brett Plays says, I'm off to town to visit post office. Catch you later if you're still streaming. No worries, Brett. All good, mate. Thank you very much for jumping into the stream. Appreciate it. Enjoy your journey to the post office, I guess, you know. One of life's more exciting things, I'm sure. And, yeah, hopefully catch you soon. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my drone, but going to see my drone caused my plane to flip, so that's interesting. I think we'll avoid doing that. Press 5 on numpad to reset the drone. There we go. Good. It stuck me plane in the ground again, but the drone's back to where it needs to be. I reckon we're probably going to be a bit too late here to catch Bruden's landing, but oh, good. Drone, hello. No. No. No, the drone's just completely given up. It's like, nah, I'm not going to work. No worries, Brett, mate. All good, all good. As I said, look after yourself. Enjoy your trip to the post office, and we will hopefully catch you soon in a stream, mate. Are you coming into land, Bruden, or what are you doing, mate? We're like chilling on the ground here, seeing if you're coming in. Oh, you must be. You're at like 90 feet. Coming in over the beach. Nice. You got a tailwind. You're a brave man. It's probably the better way to approach from, though. I'll give you that. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. All right, let's taxi over and get ourselves onto Mercury Island. I think it's called, the next place.
You're sleeping with someone new.
I know that there's some scenery available for Great Barrier Island, so I'm gonna some freeway scenery, so I'm gonna make sure that it's compatible with the sim, and I think I might install it. Come back here and take some photos or something, because it seems like a very incredible place. Reminds me actually a lot of Lord Howe Island, which is a small island in the Tasman Sea between Australia and New Zealand. Bruden has just given up on the idea of taxiing. He's just going straight off and almost looks like he's about to stall. I want to go off beachside to see if we can see these white cliffs of Great Barrier Island. So this is the beach, supposedly, that has the... I'm assuming these little limestone cliff-looking things out in the middle of the water here are probably what they're referring to. And you can see there's more over there in the distance as well. We might need a little bit more altitude here. Air Canada Express over into which says, hello, can you try to turn on all the weather settings to max and try to survive max wind turbulences, updraft, storminess, clouds, etc. I'm guessing 50 plus knot wind gusts and basically as much as the game lets you. You want me to try doing that, Air Canada Express, or are you saying does the sim allow you to do that? If it's does the sim allow you to do that? Yes, absolutely. Are you able to survive? Not in a Grand Caravan, you're not. Maybe if I was in a 747, we might have some hope, but no, not in a Grand Caravan. If I do that right now, I basically get smashed into the ground. I can tell you that because I've tried. Oh, for God's sake, MIDI. Hey, thank you very much for the follow as well, Air Canada Express. Appreciate that, mate. Because we are streaming World Update 12, what I will do is I'll meet you somewhere in the middle for the stream. We'll turn off live weather and we'll put some good wind on, although it's already quite windy. However, I'm not going to completely max everything out right this second on the stream. I might do something like that at the end of the stream.
Yes, we can.
Where I just take off from the last airport and then just make everything go stupid. But just to give you an idea of what happens if I take off live weather, and then where is the... No. That's what 92 knots of wind looks like. And before we go into the ocean, we'll bring it back onto live weather. So to give you an idea of what it does to a Grand Caravan, it basically, whips you around in the sky like you're a piece of paper or a balloon. But yeah, if you want, once we get to the end of our end airport, mate, I am more than happy to take back off and just see how absolutely insane shit can get if you want. So right now we're heading over to Grand Mercury Island. I know absolutely nothing about it, so what I'm going to do now is educate myself on it. Grand Mercury Island. No, island, not island. Island. Maybe there's not even anything that exists on it. Interesting. Let's try Google. Grand Mercury Island. Destination Coromandel. It's the only accessible island in the Mercury Islands. It's good for you to moor your boat for a picnic and a swim, a wakeboard and a snorkel. A snorkel? A snorkel! Have a bit of a snorkel at Grand Mercury Island. I don't know where the hell I'm going with that one. So this one's part of the Coromandel Peninsula. This is not part of the Bay of Islands. But it really does sound a little bit, you know, the way they word that sounds so posh, you know. Bring your packed picnic lunch in your boat, and then you can have a swim, a wakeboard, and a snorkel, or a snorkel. That's about all it says. It just says it's a great day trip or weekend journey from Huitaianga, which is the most northern part of the Coromandel Peninsula. If you're into snorkeling and scuba diving and fishing and picnics, though, seems like a great place to visit. Hey, why didn't that Obama soundboard, or did that Obama soundboard work, MIDI, and I just didn't hear it? So this, ladies and gentlemen, this flight is just trying to figure out what we've got left here. Heading from Grand Mercury to Matarangi to Coromandel to Huitaianga. I love the first hour and a half of this stream has meant that, I mean, this flight would have been well and truly done, but yeah. Oh, it worked and you didn't okay, right, cool. So that gives you an idea of, I didn't even know that it worked, MIDI, so there you go. My bad. You wanted to say something, but when did you become Canadian, mate? Oh, the yawning. Stop. How can I be yawning? I've had coffee and like 3 green teas. That doesn't seem normal. I should probably get up and have a quick, you know, jump around and get the blood flowing again. So I might do exactly that, ladies and gentlemen, because we are over 3 hours into this stream. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright. Feeling a little bit more, the voice sounds probably a little bit better as well. Feeling a little bit more, you know, alive, I guess, is probably the word I'm looking for, even though it took me like 5 minutes to think of that word, so probably doesn't come across that I'm feeling more alive, but trust me, I am. Mitty says, I might bring a +1 for the air show. Yeah. I was going to say it's a free event. Well, it's not a free event. It's bloody expensive. But, yeah, go for it, Mitty. Why not? Bring all the people. Well, not all the people. But, yeah. Bruden says his dog came in here and gently rubbed his hand while he was in VR because he wanted to tell me that he wants to go outside to pee. He's a smart doggo. It's like, Dad, get out of your virtual reality shit. I need to pee. Got to come back to real reality. There we go, so we're coming in over Matarangi, the small town of Matarangi right now, as you can see, like not very far from Grand Mercury at all. No wonder New Zealand has so many earthquakes with how mountainous it is. That's Matarangi Airport down there. That little grass strip with the cross at the other end. That's it. You stuff up your landing there, you are going swimming. Alright, so next airport is Coromandel Airport itself. So this is sort of the main hub on the western side of the Coromandel Peninsula, and then where we're going to land, Witayanga, is, I believe, eastern side of the Coromandel Peninsula. And then you can see there's still more islands off of the coast of Off the coast of as well, rather, would be the better way of putting it. Bloody hell. We're actually not that far from Auckland, to give you an idea of where we are now. Why is my plane turning? It's turning very, very early for some reason. Anyway, you can see over there in the distance 2.5 nautical miles. That's Coromandel there in that little bay. And then you've got more islands there that are a part of the Bay of Islands. So you've got Whanganui Island, you've got Waimate Island out there. You've got Motutapere Island. Yeah, the one that's $90. I think that's the... I tried to get a grandstand ticket MIDI, but they were sold out within about 5 days of the tickets becoming available. On Friday, because it's Friday Night Lights at the air show, I prefer to have a grandstand ticket because you just get a better view of all the displays, but... yeah, the Friday Night Lights grandstand tickets sell out, like, click your fingers and it's just gone. I gotta be more organised with that sort of stuff. But I only sort of remembered that the air show was even going to be a thing after COVID, or maybe like a month and a half ago. And by then, tickets were already sold. What? Whitianga Airport is negative 114 feet below sea level. That doesn't seem right. Being this close to the water, does that not mean it would flood? Yeah, so that's the only seats that are available, MIDI. And I'm not one to take seats, like accessible seats like that off people who actually genuinely require them. Seems that the latest world update's done some weird things to ground characteristics and handling on some of the GA aircraft, I must say. The ground handling characteristics of the Grand Caravan are nothing like what they usually would be. I was going to say, we'll watch Vruden come in and land, but Vruden's already made his way down. So, ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us, name of the airport you are going to. It is called Whitianga, November Zulu, Whiskey Tango, J-Rans. But lady, oh, hang on. Oh, and iBot's just come in on Twitch. Sorry, iBot and J-Rans, guys, we have come to the end of the stream. That is our last airport that we have arrived at. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy what you saw and you haven't hit the like button or the subscribe button, you know, be greatly appreciated if you do. I'd like to thank every single one of you for jumping in the stream. Special shout out to those who did fly along with us. That's obviously Vruden, Glenn, and Mr. Sean Dale as well. To the rest of you who are in the chat as well, massive shout out to you too. Thanks very much for coming along. Appreciate every single one of you. I need to rest the voice. We might come back and stream later on this evening if the voice rests quite well. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world, make sure that you look after yourself, stay safe, stay well. Don't do anyone that I wouldn't do, and I'll catch all of you wonderful, wonderful humans in a stream very, very soon. Cheers and have a great one.